Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host, Larry, and today we're back again to talk about the ongoing drama that is YouTube sending cease and desist letters to the top two most popular music bots that exist on YouTube. And if you hadn't heard, Groovy, the second most popular music bot, was the first one to get a cease and desist letter from YouTube/Google saying that they needed to cease operations within like 7 days or something, and they shut down back in August on like the 20th. And then Rythm bot just here in September received a cease and desist letter much along the same lines, where they were told to cease at least whatever activities that they do on YouTube, which is where most people grab links to play music from, within 7 days, and they'll be shutting down on September 15th, 2021. So, with that said, I figured I'd talk about today why these bots are getting the cease and desist message and where we're going to end up going from here. So, both Rythm and Groovy, and pretty much every music bot out there, grabs music from whatever platform you link a song from, be it YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, all of the different places that host any type of music, and then it plays it by popping into a voice channel with you. So that's kind of like the basic idea. Some of them have some different features. They let you add special effects that you can pay to have multiple bots on your server, all of that stuff. But when push comes to shove, they play music that you link them. That's the primary goal, so you can have a listening party with your friends. And with Rythm ran off of like 20 million plus servers. That's a lot of servers, and like hundreds of millions of people listened to music through Rythmbot every day. And so really the crux of the issue comes down to the terms of service from YouTube being used to play music by these bots is you can't change the way that the videos are being played by stripping the audio out and just playing the audio and then doing different effects to them for financial gain. Although I would go as far as to say that it's not even going to be just financial gain, because I have a feeling a lot of bots that previously didn't actually offer a premium option to play music will also get a cease and desist. So basically stripping out the ads and then playing them on all of these different servers costs bandwidth and, you know, data transfer on their servers and all that good stuff. And that costs money for YouTube to keep doing that for free, and they're not really getting anything out of the deal. So they're starting to kind of crack down on these bots, and they've been around for a while, like what, 5-6 years? So what is it? Rythm was back in 2016. So yeah, it's been like a good 5 years, 6 years. So with that, what is the next step? Are all the bots out there going to be taken down? Is YouTube going to partner with Discord, or vice versa? Is Discord going to reach out to YouTube to partner with them to try to find like a common ground where they can provide like a premium alternative run directly through Discord to play music? Maybe. I do know that there is this sort of notion that they've been playing around with where you could do like a YouTube watch party by using the new screen sharing features that Discord's been rolling out since just before the start of the pandemic, where that could foreseeably be an option. I have no idea, but definitely YouTube could try to partner with one of these bot services to offer something like that. I know Rythmbot has said that they're not completely going away. They are planning to roll out new features and change how the bot works. My guess is they're probably going to just tie into other music services so that you can just play your music through one of them to Discord and probably to the web as well. This might mean that you just have to use like your existing subscription to tie into like Pandora or Spotify, or play stuff off of SoundCloud or wherever else you get your music, which wouldn't be bad. I mean, lots of people subscribe to places like Spotify, so if you have like an account that you can log into with one of these bots, that would definitely be workable, and somebody's getting paid for the bandwidth being used and Rythm bot may get a cut of that somewhere. Who knows? I don't know what they're doing. Don't take this as gospel. But yeah, that's just what I think might happen. What I can tell you is happening right now, though, if you look over here in the chip music player community, we're already starting to see ripples of these decisions go across the music industry as far as music bots is concerned. And what those ripples are is a lot of other music bots are now removing the support and integration of YouTube from the bots, which means they're already forcing you to use the search features to look at other websites that have other music that you can listen to so that they don't run afoul of YouTube. So Chip is the one that somebody brought up to me as being one of the first ones that was like, we don't want to deal with a cease and desist. So Chip will keep functioning without YouTube. There's other platforms. They're no longer letting you search for music on YouTube or play music from YouTube. You got to use other services like SoundCloud and Spotify. So that's good. That means that if you're looking for a great alternative, Chip Music's one of them. So another bot that is changing the way that they do things is actually HydraBot. And if you're not familiar with HydraBot, HydraBot is the other music bot that was made in part by the guy who created GroovyBot. So technically GroovyBot's not really even dead. You can just use HydraBot instead. It's got basically the same sound quality, way more different features and commands than Groovy did. And they have also gone through and made the change to no longer let you play anything from YouTube. You can no longer search for anything from YouTube. And they're quickly looking at, much like RhythmBot, ways that they can continue to offer their suite of services without having to run off of YouTube. And it's going to be hit or miss for a little while for a lot of these bots that are deciding to fight the good fight and find alternatives for you to play your music. So what we're looking at is they're just going to cut YouTube out, but YouTube comprises like 95% or 99% of all of the music played through traditional music bots. So this is going to be a tricky transition for figuring out what platform works the best. But I have a feeling that once one of them figures it out, pretty much everybody else will probably go down that same route. Now, this is an opportunity for other services, right? Where you could see like Spotify swooping in and being like, hey, you can buy our new package for Spotify Premium that lets you have our Spotify music bot, or like Pandora or somebody could do that, or Apple Music. So there's definitely some opportunities for other services to make some money here. I don't know that this would be a smart time for Discord to roll out a partnership with YouTube, because I think a lot of people would be kind of pissed about that whole thing, but it's hard to say. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to compile a list of the cease and desist safe music bots going forward, so that you know that if you invite one of these music bots to your server, they will continue to be usable. That way you don't like look at my top 10 list of like alternatives to Rythm and Groovy, and then like the next week, you know, like another one gets a cease and desist and has to shut down. If they already stop using YouTube, then YouTube has no grounds to sue them. They can just ignore the cease and desist. So that's good. On the other hand, like, the quality may drop, you know, for some of these services. It might be harder for you to find music. You might have to sign up for some new website accounts. But it's just the natural progression here. Like, this was playing chicken with a large entity and not really giving them money for this. And it was eventually going to come where YouTube was going to say, hey, you guys are using a lot of our bandwidth for free and not paying for it, and we're not really getting anything out of this, so we're just going to cut you off. And it makes sense. It sucks, but it makes sense on like a purely business standpoint. Although it would have probably been smarter for them to try to find like an alternative to partner with these bots, because there's money to be made. 20 million servers use this product, and clearly a lot of them have the premium features because they were popular enough to get a lot of people to notice and write about them. So I would say that there was something there, but who knows? I could be crazy. All these bots could just say to hell with it and shut down next week because it's too much of a pain in the ass. It's hard to say. So until next time, I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll start to put together some bot lists of bots that are now protecting themselves from cease and desist so you can continue to enjoy your music. And until next time, I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be continuing with more Discord music bot news in the not-too-distant future.